The 14-inch MacBook Pro already received rave reviews when it was launched 10 months ago because of their performance, battery life, and speed. But since everyone's different, I will still share with you my experience using it for the past week, plus my experience with the Apple Education Store. Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Diet, and welcome back to my channel. For my 1 week review, I will break it down into three main parts: portability, usage experience, and value for money. Let's start with portability. As you may have known from my unboxing video, I upgraded from the 13-inch MacBook Pro with Retina Display. One of the first things I noticed was how similar was the weight between the two devices. Quick check on Apple's website showed that this was just heavier by 20 grams, which might be negligible for many users, including me. It is also smaller in terms of height and width, but just a tad bit longer at length with 22.12 centimeters versus 21.9 centimeters. It actually fits my old laptop sleeve from the brand Lab C. However, I am unable to close it because of the case. Though I never had any of the Touch Bar model, I can confidently say that if you're coming from any of the previous 13-inch MacBook Pros, there will be little to no adjustment if you're going with this machine. The screen feels thinner than my previous laptop, making me think that it's more fragile, but the hinge makes a good smooth experience. In fact, if you close it to just around 20%, it will close itself gently. Despite having MagSafe 3, this could still charge via any of the USB-C ports. I tried charging it using my Anker 40-watt Nano Pro power brick, and initially the symbols showed that it's just plugged in but not charging. Something that is understandable given that this came with a 67-watt adapter. But within a minute, this changed to a charging symbol. Surely it will take longer time to charge this, but at the end of the day, in case you really need to charge and you only have your iPad charger with you, you could take this route. Keep in mind that this laptop has a battery life that could last you a full day, so such scenarios may only come once in a blue moon. Moving on with my usage experience, the 14-inch MacBook Pro together with its bigger 16-inch sibling has been one of the best rated laptops for 2021. And as many of them mentioned, this packs a lot of power under the hood with the M1 Pro processor and the 16GB of unified memory. So far, even during and after editing the unboxing video, I have yet to hear the fan spin and have never seen the beach ball cursor since setting this one up. With Final Cut Pro 10, everything has been a breeze. Unlike my previous gear, opening the app was blazing fast, making it seem like it's not a pro-level software. There have been no frame drop and things has been smooth as butter. The Liquid Retina XDR display really shines literally when viewing HDR content, and colors really look accurate. However, the ProMotion technology is mostly unnoticed as it seems like many apps are still not optimized to maximize this feature, or maybe I was just used with the screen of the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Despite not being an OLED display, blacks really show deep black, especially when using dark mode, as the notch really blends in when apps are in full screen mode. One thing I did though was to change the settings to always show the menu bar when in full screen mode, as it is a hassle to bring the cursor to the top of the screen just to check the time, date, and the battery percentage. The apps doesn't even go around the notch, so without the menu bar, the area is just useless. And speaking of the notch, when we did a video call, my friends have noticed the improved video and audio quality thanks to the new 1080p FaceTime HD camera and the built-in 3-mic array, which one even asked if I was using my condenser microphone during the call. Speaker quality is superb, and while spatial audio is better with the AirPods, the speaker do provide somehow of the same effect, with me feeling like some sounds are coming from behind me. I have no complaints with the keyboard, especially the full-size function keys with Touch ID and trackpad, which is literally larger than my fist. It's also my first time using sidecar and universal control, and those are features I never knew I needed. Lastly, value for money. With a price tag of 116,990 pesos for the base model, this is no cheap machine. Let's get that out of the way. But if you're considering the 13-inch M2 MacBook Pro, upgrading the memory to 24 gigabytes brings the price tag to 110,990 pesos. That's just a 6,000 peso difference. With the power of the M1 Pro chip, even if the 13-inch M2 will have an 8 gigabyte memory advantage with that configuration, I believe that the 14-inch MacBook Pro will still deliver better value for money. Not to mention this has an additional 4 cores of GPU, better screen, and more ports. If you're considering this one, better ask yourself if you will need the power this can offer. If you're a student, teacher, or school staff, or if you know somebody who is, you may want to take advantage of the Apple educational pricing, which I will tackle in a little while. Overall, in my opinion, the 14-inch MacBook Pro is the best buy with the current MacBook lineup. Not really because this is the flagship, but because of how close the price is if you upgrade the specs of the lower end models similarly to this one. Yet this gives a lot more than basing it on the numbers. A laptop that is small enough to be portable yet gives you the power of a desktop. However, as with others who reviewed this, I agree that this may not be for everyone in the sense that it's so powerful not everyone will be able to maximize it. If you're a creative professional, a content creator, developer, or someone who will need a powerful machine, you will never go wrong with picking this one up. As for me, I am definitely happy with my purchase and I expect this to last even longer than my previous laptop. Now let's talk about Apple educational pricing. Since then, Apple offers cheaper pricing for qualified students, teachers, and school staff. Here in the Philippines, you may avail the pricing via the Apple website or via the Power Mac Center. For students, all you need is your school ID and proof of enrollment such as a registration form. As for teachers and staff, just the school ID or any proof of employment. Last year, I got my iPad Air from the Power Mac Center using my brother's ID and registration form. If they have on-hand stocks, just go to their store, present the requirements, and that's it. You'd be walking out with a device of your choice. Previously, they offer up to 12 months installment, but I think they recently changed it to just 6 months. As for my MacBook, I got this from the Apple Education Store. Link will be on the description box below. They offer the base model 14-inch for just 107,990 pesos, which is a 9,000 peso discount. As what I have mentioned in my unboxing video, and for the first time in the Philippines, they have an ongoing back-to-school promotion until September 26, 2022, wherein qualified purchase of the iPad Air 5th generation, iPad Pro both 11-inch and 12.9-inch, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, or the 24-inch iMac will have a free 2nd generation AirPods valued at 7,690 pesos. If you want, you may upgrade to the 3rd generation AirPods or the AirPods Pro by just paying the price difference of 3,300 pesos and 7,300 pesos respectively. Purchasing on the website is very straightforward. Add the item to the cart, customize it if you want, choose the AirPods you prefer, then proceed to checkout. Since I'm not a student anymore, I purchased using my mother's name since she is a school staff. To avoid conflict, I checked out as a guest then placed her name on the shipping information. I encountered no problem even though I used my own credit card. After the transaction, Apple sent an email requesting to send a copy of the requirements I have mentioned. When I first tried to check out under my Apple ID account, the purchase was rejected even after sending her ID. That's why I purchased as a guest on my second try. Afterwards though, you will be able to associate the order ID with your Apple ID for easier tracking. I've read that previously this is not part of the process as Apple doesn't really ask for any requirements, but maybe because of the ongoing promotion, they are more strict about things. An Apple customer support suggested to use the school-issued email address when sending the requirements as an added proof, which I followed, and within an hour they sent a confirmation email indicating that my purchase was approved. I placed my order last July 18 and the AirPods was immediately shipped out the following day coming in from Singapore. The MacBook was shipped on the 22nd coming in from Shanghai, China. Wait time was around 2 weeks with the MacBook delivered on August 3 and the AirPods the following day. Apple's courier is DHL, and based on their tracker, they were able to deliver the device the same day that it was cleared from customs. The delivery date that Apple provides when checking out is pretty much accurate, if not earlier. However, do know that the Apple website doesn't offer any installment options and only cards are accepted as form of payment. I've read that some debit cards encounter problems because of transaction limits, so I guess credit cards will be the safer choice. Somebody shared that she purchased gift cards to circumvent the limits. Also, if you're going to avail the promo, Apple will first charge the full price of the AirPods upon shipping it out, then will charge the remaining amount once the MacBook or iPad ships out. And I guess that's the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down on the comment section below and I will try to respond as soon as I can. Don't forget to like this video and please consider subscribing to my channel. Till next time, see ya!